I need some solar help. My intention is to hire an electrician, certified licensed electrician, to help me do the changes, but I'd like to educate myself a little bit about the terminology and the plan and see if I can get more knowledgeable at this. So on the top of this roof, that's my mealworm farm. On the top of the roof there is the solar array, very dirty. Should I wash the solar panels? No, I'm kidding. We need some rain. That's half of them. The other half are on the other side. I've got 42 panels, 16.8 kilowatt max capacity. It's never hit that, right? But 16.8 kilowatt. And I've got 21 DS3 micro-inverters. So there's AC coming off of the roof, coming down that pipe there. This is the outside setup. We'll get back to that in a moment. On the inside, though, it is currently net metering. I've got a 1-to-1 up until I overproduce, and then it's wholesale rate. I am not overproducing consistently yet. But what I'd like to be able to do is have access to that array in the event that the grid goes down. It's not a major issue now. I just want to prepare for the upcoming electric problems that are going to occur in the US. So as you can see, I've got the EG412000 XP, and then I've got the 31 point whatever kilowatt hour battery bank. I have 2 more of these coming. And what my intention is, none of this is grid tied. So I have this input running to the grid connection inside, and I plug that into the 240 volt panel or plug, NEMA plug, whenever it is sunny out, so that I am using the solar to charge the battery bank, because right now I don't have my panels hooked up, which is what I want to work on changing. Then I've got the NEMA plug coming out that goes to, right now, just these 4 outlets to, just power stuff around here. The next phase, outside of the thing I need to ask you guys about, is to put, next phase is to move this guy here, move this out of the way, and then I've got a 50 amp manual transfer switch with breakers and whatnot, so that I can migrate items from my box into that manual transfer switch to run off of the battery bank. And then figure out the balance of recharging the batteries versus using the grid versus, get that squared away and understood as far as what I produce versus what I consume on the various outlets or various breakers within the farm. And what I want to be able to do is, because I have the DS3 microinverters on the panels, I've got AC coming off. And so this guy has the ability, this inverter has the ability to do AC coupling up to 2 strings on my system of solar array. So I have 4 strings, 3 strings of 10 panels and 1 string of 12 for a total of 42 panels. And this can only handle 62.5 amps, if I remember correctly. It can't handle my entire array. Even though it's never going to hit max capacity, it can't handle the entire array, shouldn't safely be able to handle the array. So I need to piecemeal it. And instead of, I want to balance not going up there and taking all the microinverters off. I don't want to do that yet. What I want to do is take 2 of the strings from above. That would get me below that 62.5 amp threshold, and connect those 2 strings to the AC coupling of this inverter. And then the inverter will then connect to the panel or the 50 amp manual transfer switch to allow me to charge the battery bank and run those items off of the battery, but have the fallback to the grid in a safe, approved manner, right? So I can flip that back and forth. What I need to be able to do is back outside. So let's migrate back over there. This is an operating mealworm farm, so don't mind my mess. All 4 strings come down into this panel. There's a really nice panel in here. Installers did a great job in my opinion, although I'm just a bug guy, right? I've got 4 30 amp breakers for the 4 wires, pairs of wires coming in. And what I'd like to do is identify the 2 breakers, one for the 12 string, one of the 10 string, and basically move it out, I believe, so that I can put those into a, manual transfer switch or breaker out here, so that I can then run the wiring from that box to my inverter inside, or run it back into this box here to feed the grid in the event that the battery bank is full, or if there are issues with the battery bank or the inverter for some reason, to be able to still get it to take advantage of, you guys are looking at the chestnut trees, to be able to still take advantage of the solar being produced by feeding it back to the grid. So like, what terms do I need to look at when I'm talking to an electrician to get all that squared away? I'm not changing the net metering setup. And what I mean by that is I've got the breakers there for the AC coming down. The net metering there is just for data and tracking. Once the battery system's in place, this thing is going to be incorrect. And then I've got the master on off, right? The breaker for the overall array. And then this is my meter for the grid. That goes inside and goes into my panel. And it basically, right, it powers the building. And when there's excess, it sends it back. So the grid net metering is not going to change. My thought is to put that manual transfer switch there. When it's pointed to the inverter, the 22 panel production is going to the inverter, and then in the event that is full, or right as I balance these things out, if I switch that, then it goes back into this box and follows the normal path to get to the building or get exported to the grid. What do I need to research? What do I need to look for here? Or is there a better option? I don't want to go up on the roof and pull all of the inverters yet. In a true disaster scenario, like I live in the Midwest, let's say the big earthquake happens or massive tornado and the grid is down for a while, I would need to do that in order to get the rest of the panels safely connected to the inverter on the inside to access that energy. But we'll worry about that another time. So I want to kind of piecemeal it into this scenario. So does that make sense? What should I look for? Thank you for your help.